Hi, welcome to another episode of Dare You Ask with Darianka. So today I'm going to be talking about high school, giving some advice, talking to you guys about my high school experience and all that. So thank you guys for tuning in and let's get started. Again, I have my questions and my little book. Okay, so a little backstory about whatever. So a little bit of some information before I get into the video. I graduated in 2020, so I'm supposed to be a sophomore in college, but I currently do not go to college, but I'll be answering some questions about that later. So anyways, I'm not currently in high school, but I was, and yeah, I graduated last year, so yeah. So someone asked what was the hardest year. So I think the hardest year was probably my senior or junior year, because that's when you have to take your SATs, your ACTs, submit to colleges and all that stuff. And yeah, that's hard and stressful, and I was really stressed because I didn't know what I wanted to study and all this stuff. So if you're feeling like that right now, I just want to let you know that it's okay, and there's so many people that you guys can talk to about that. Like literally, I'm sure all your friends are stressed out about the same exact thing. And try not to stress too much about it. I know it's kind of like a scary situation that you're in, like choosing your future, but just remember that I always gave this advice to my friends who were really stressed out. I would always just be like, you know, if you go to the school and you don't like it, it's not the end of the world. Like things aren't always set in stone. Like you can change your major, you know. I know it's hard to change your major, and I know it's hard to just transfer schools. I'm not saying it's like super easy, but I'm just saying like it is doable, and you can, I guess, like change. You don't have to like pick one thing and like that's it, you know what I mean? So don't be too hard on yourself. And yeah, okay, next question I have is, what was my favorite year in high school? So my favorite year was my senior year, I think. Yeah, my senior year, because it was really fun, had a lot of cute memories, and I feel like I was most like myself senior year. Like kind of went through all high school to find who I was and like find like my friends, and that was like the most fun year for like sports and activities. I did cheer. I was cheer captain with some other girls. That was really fun. And I did track and field for the first time, and that was fun. And yeah, so it was like a new year. I mean, I was trying out a new thing, which was track and field, and I was like doing cheer for my last year, which was really fun, and I really miss cheer. So yeah. So we're starting with the easy questions, by the way, and then we're gonna get more into it and more juicy because I want to tell like a funny story time or something. But someone asked my least favorite subject. My least favorite subject was math. I'm so bad at math. I don't know, I struggled really hard. I'm not gonna lie, I almost didn't pass. My math teacher was very nice and would be like, okay, like I really want you to pass, and she would like kind of help me, but I was definitely struggling. Okay, so I had to change my hair because it was going kind of crazy. But so someone asked me for like a funny story time. So okay, so this is kind of funny. So for my school, you couldn't go out to lunch until you were a sophomore. So I was a freshman, and I had a lot of sophomore friends, and the guy that I liked was a sophomore, and my best friend was a freshman with me. And I had like a group of best friends, and we were all freshmen, and we all kind of hung out with these guys that were sophomores. So we didn't have like passes to go out to lunch, and so we made fake ones, and it was literally so in my school, like what everyone wore was like a lanyard. I don't know if you guys remember, but it was like a lanyard, and it was a Vera Bradley lanyard, if you know what that is, but it has kind of like an ID card. So we literally printed it on like paper, and the actual cards were like, you know, like an ID card or whatever, but we printed ours on paper because we printed it like at home, and it looked so bad. But when we put it in the lanyard kind of made it kind of like blurry, so it was like we just showed it, and like they weren't like super strict on checking them, because like who would make a fake lunch pass? Well, we did. So yeah, so we would just show them through the lanyard, and it was fine. And we would always be so scared that they'd ask us to take it out, because it was like legit a piece of paper. And yeah, so we did that. And then one day one of my friends left her lanyard at the like a McDonald's or whatever, And I'm guessing what happened was someone saw it that was also out to lunch, because there was only a few fast food that you could go to, like everyone kind of went to the same place. So I'm guessing someone saw it and then brought it back to the school, and then they took it out, saw that it was fake, and then we all got caught basically. And I don't remember what our consequence was, but that was really funny that we did that. Okay, so someone asked, if you weren't gonna model, where would you be now? So I did always want to be a model, but that wasn't always like my plan, I guess. I was going to go to either, well, I wanted to go to Arizona State or University of Arizona or UCLA, or yeah, I think those were like my schools that I wanted to go to. And I did not get into UCLA, but I did get into the Arizona schools. And I wanted to go to this Miami school, FIU. I actually ended up like enrolling into FIU, but then my life had a change of course and I decided to take a gap year, and that gap year turned into 2 gap years, I guess. And yeah, I did want to study criminal psychology or architecture or like anything like bio or like neuroscience, something like that. I don't know, I could really honestly study whatever and I'd be like really happy. I love like learning new stuff. So, and then kind of like linked in with this question, someone asked me if I'm gonna go to college in the future, and I don't know yet. I think so, but to be honest, I'm just really content with my life right now. But I think I am starting to do online college like next semester, but I think I might want to try out in-person college maybe next year. I don't know, we'll see. So I'm going to tell you guys another story time of my first time sneaking out in high school, because someone asked me about sneaking out and boys and partying, and I just thought I'd tell you guys a story time because it's kind of funny and I was really stupid. So we were at my house, and I don't know why I didn't just ask my parents if these guys could come over. Like we weren't really doing, we weren't doing anything bad. We just wanted to hang out with them, and they had a car. So what I did was I had cameras at my house, so I unplugged the cameras and we left. And then my friend had her mom had like a Life 360 thing, and then she caught us, so she came back to my house and we beat her back, so we were there. But then she told my dad, and my dad was like, okay, I'll just go check the cameras. And I thought I was so smart because I unplugged it, so I thought that it wouldn't record it, but it still recorded it. And yeah, you could see as clear as day just leaving the house and getting into someone's car, which is really unsafe. Don't do that. But these were like our actual friends, not like strangers. But yeah, that was just really funny how I thought that I could get away with that. So don't sneak out, just ask your parents. But yeah, don't sneak out, be safe. Someone asked me how to handle girl drama. So I feel like I had so much girl drama in high school, and I think that's just like a normal thing to go through. But for me, I think I probably sometimes didn't handle it the best way, and that's okay. We're all human, and I was like 14 years old, so like really how could I handle things in a mature way? But I think just be the bigger person, and if you know that some girl is like talking bad about you or whatever, just be the bigger person and just ask her about it. Just be like, hey, like, you know, like, I don't know, be like, what's up with that, you know what I mean? Like, what's your problem? Like, just say it in a nice way. In a nice way and in a respectful way, because then it shows a lot about you instead of being petty and stuff. So just be like, just talk to her, and you know, if she's rude to you, then just walk away, and just who cares, you know? Just tell, if I could tell my younger self something, it would just be to be the bigger person, and don't start any more drama. Just like handle it, and if you know they're rude to you, just whatever, walk away. So a lot of people also ask me like how to make friends, like how to meet new people, that type of stuff. So for me, how I met most of my friends was just like in class, or I already knew them from like middle school, or like just like knew them from like Instagram or whatever. But if you're like new, I think the best thing that you can do is just, I know it's scary to talk to new people. I definitely wasn't like a talkative person in school. I was kind of shy, but I know it's scary to kind of like talk to new people for some people, but just like take a deep breath and just say hi to someone in class, and you know, if you meet just one person, then they can introduce you to their friends, and you know what I mean. All you need to do is just put yourself out there. And also a big advice that I would do is like join sports or activities or whatever. My favorite activities and sports that I did in high school was obviously cheer. I loved doing cheer, and that was also so special to me because I was like, my best friends were on the team. That's how I made so many of my friends. And yeah, but I also did track and field, and I met like new people through there. And I also did like a French competition thing, and I met like completely different people from that French class. So I think if you just join like little clubs and little extracurricular stuff, then you'll like make so many new friends, and it's gonna be really nice because you guys are kind of like gonna like the same stuff, and it's like easy to talk about, you know what I mean? Like if you're in French club, you can like, you know, talk about like, oh, how long have you been taking French, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of stuff that you can just talk about. But you can also use like social media, like if you're new and going to a new school, you know, you can also use social media, like, you know, if you see someone that you want to be friends with, just DM them, be like, hey, like, you seem cool, you know what I mean? You can just be like, hey, what's your number, you know what I mean? It's, I think, but yeah, just put yourself out there and you will make friends, I promise. Okay, now the last question and thing that I'm gonna give advice for is dating. So I feel like this is a pretty big one. So I had a boyfriend through high school for 3 years, and he was a really nice guy, but things just didn't work out. We, you know, drifted because of him going to college and, you know, me going to college, and yeah. But anyways, I think that dating in high school is really fun, and I think, like, I know a lot of people say that you shouldn't date in high school and you should focus on your school, but I think dating in high school really, like, I guess just gives you a nice experience, and it's fun, it's cute, and it's super like, just like cute little teen, it's fun, and I feel like it brings you like lessons and teaches you stuff and teaches you what you want in a relationship. So as you like graduate school and go to college, you kind of know like a little bit more about yourself and what you want in a relationship. So I think dating in school is totally fine. Just remember that high school is a very small portion of your life, so you might get married to this person, but you also might not. So don't be so like, I need a boyfriend, because you don't. But I'm saying that if you do find someone that you like, my camera cut me off again, but as I was saying, if you do find someone that you like, then just go for it and have fun. So that is all for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys want to be a part of the next week's episode, then make sure you follow my Instagram at Darianka. I post these on my stories, and you guys can submit questions or anything that you want me to give you advice on, and make sure you follow my Triller and stay updated. Bye!